All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Arethian Nights. I am your sometimes beloved dungeon master, and I will be guiding these wonderful people through a tale of mystery and fantastical magic. But to start with, we're going to start by introducing our wonderful cast, let them tell you what cool things they're up to, and more things that you should be paying attention to. And this time, we're going to start with Kira.
Oh, I was surprised. I'm not used to going first. Hi, I'm Kira858. I play a not sweet bean, I guess, in this game. I'm so used to saying a sweet bean, but Aspen is definitely not one. I have Dragon who's on the road to finding either clues or perhaps his sibling herself in this Underdark. In terms of content, of course, you can be able to find all of our content listed at twitch.tv/Kira858, as well as the Cookout TTRPGs, where we have a wide variety of TTRPG goodness. We currently have our brand new Marvel campaign, which you could, of course, you'll be able to find out. The last episode debuted has Luis Corazo in it. So if you're curious to see who he is playing, definitely take a look in the show. I'm pretty sure you enjoy it. And also, this is not technically a spoiler because the tweet is out, but I'm technically joining Cynthia Marie's game for an upcoming D&D campaign. So be on the lookout for that. I am super excited because this is also entering an area I have never played before. And yeah, like I said, just if you're curious about anything that we're working on, just make sure to follow me on Twitter at the Kira858, as well as the Cookout TTRPGs. And that's me.
All right. And following behind that wonderful announcement, we have Ari.
Hi, I'm Ari. In this game, I am sort of playing a sweet bean. It's a bit unusual. Is she actually a sweet bean? I play Layla. If you see me a little earlier over on the bear pen, I was playing Elijah. Tomorrow you will see me as Sebastian here, and then on alternating days throughout the week, I am over on the Cookout TTRPG as well. I can't say Yvain. Rivenwood's on hiatus right now. Play Shade Reclamation, and then I play a new character in our upcoming campaign, which is going to be very exciting. Tune in for that. But you can find me at Small Shadow Snack for any projects I might be doing. There might be something coming up here soon.
We'll see. All right, next up, Ursringer.
Oh snap! I get to go next. What's good, everybody? I'm Ursman. You already know me and the foolishness I get into. Ree keeps me around because I work for Flamin' Hot Cheetos, but that's besides the point. You can find me on YouTube at Ursringer Magic. You can find me on SoundCloud, where I'll do something at some point, when they actually get their terms of services right. But that's also beside the point. And you can find me on Twitch at Ursringer, get into my usual foolishness. And upcoming projects, I ain't gonna say nothing, I'll jinx it. But that's it from me. Next caller.
All right, and with that, last but certainly not least, melee damage.
Hey there, Melee Damage. You can catch me on all the socials at whatever they are /Melee Damage. And that is the best way to stay up to date on everything that I do. Because for some reason, every time I go to tell you what it is that I do in specifics, it all falls out of my head. But follow me for gaming, music, movies. I do all of the things. And tonight I'll be playing Dio, who is a sapphire half dragon.
All right, and with that, our party has been introduced. You're muted,
Someone
Kira.
didn't go.
Michael.
Shh.
Oh, wow. Sir Monolith, your turn. I think.
I'm just an observer tonight. In fact, I shouldn't even be on the screen.
Because I messed up, you can have inspiration
Okay.
for today.
No worries.
I'll be kind.
Is that how it works out here in these streets? Okay.
No, it works like that sometimes.
It's all right. It's not a big deal. I'm Sir Monolith at Sir Monolith on Twitter. I play here and Monday nights with Ree at the same time. So you guys should definitely come check out that Monday night game as well. And then earlier in the day, we have a game on the Bear Pen called Blow in the Bayou that has been interesting. over the last few seasons because we're on season 3, so you should definitely check that out too. But looking forward to tonight, and definitely not dying or horribly getting or what's this trader caravan mauled, so that we can collect that sweet paycheck.
I make no promises. But now I believe everyone has introduced themselves, so we will return to our adventure as our party is currently recovering from the ambush that was a few very strange, very unique creatures. As you all are moving through the caves, you are able to get rid of the remains of these creatures, and the caravan is calming down for a bit. So before you all begin what you're doing, I have to ask, at what pace would you like to be traveling?
I mean, Aspen's driving.
Yeah, I would think we were keeping a medium pace, so therefore it's not super speedy to where it's dangerous and makes a lot of noise, but not like super slow to where we're like, having to worry about like stuff like right in the middle of the road.
Okay. All right.
Oh yeah,
you
by
all
the way,
are
Dio is chilling
continuing.
inside of a caravan. Like may not know. Like that's where you're situated. Actually, and sitting inside one. Everybody else is outside.
Dio has taken what some would say a wise position to be inside of a cave.
I think Layla was also inside of one as well. She was inside of the one that Axel was driving, I think, right?
She was sitting in the back.
Yes,
Very back.
Layla was in the very back as well.
Oh, very
Megan
back.
was on top of one. Everyone, I believe, was outside except for Dio.
Gotcha.
Right.
With that, I leave the story to you all. How would you like to proceed?
Oh, I guess we're just continuing to move forward, especially now that we have these intellect devourers that we just eliminated, I'm presuming. We're just continuing our journey, or?
Okay. May, can I have you roll me a d20, please?
Uh-oh.
It begins.
And it begins.
Are there any modifiers to it?
No.
16.
1,000 years ago, in the time before Sigourney Weaver.
You all may have conversations now. You all free.
I mean, Reagan's technically by himself, still on top of the second caravan. So, but we do have the magic things to speak to each other.
Yeah, so I guess I would just do a quick check with everyone and be like, "Is everyone faring well from the last attack? Is anyone injured?"
Took a little beating, but I'm okay. I'm glad everyone else is okay.
I see. Well, if there's any healing that anyone needs, or if we need to stop by for a break, for a short rest, please let me know, and we can definitely take a quick stop on the side. Does anyone need any time to rest for a bit, or is everyone able to move forward?
I think I can still move along. What say everyone else?
I am good to go.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't the one who got almost eaten by those things, so I'm feeling pretty good.
Regan, do you need any healing?
Oh no, fair tiefling. I assure you, I'm fine. Nothing that severe has happened just yet.
There's one thing I know about Reagan. It's that he can take a licking and keep on ticking.
Can one insight check through ascending stone to see if he's actually okay?
Unfortunately, you cannot.
Suspicious tiefling noises.
What does that even sound like? You got to do that now, Ari. Come on, you got to commit to it.
Just kind of.
And Dio, how about yourself? Do you need to take a break, or?
You hear slight dragon snoring coming.
Oh, it's just like she's already committed to that thing. That works. That works.
Well, if she's comfortable, I'll assume Our Lady is comfortable as well.
Very well. Then I'll just keep moving forward. Yeah. No. Continue on the merry way. Making our way.
All right. As you all are moving, you enter into a narrow section of the caves, and for a moment you consider whether or not you will need to find a separate passageway until you find your way illuminated by this soft green light. And as you peer a bit further, you see large mushrooms beginning to grow inside of a larger cavern. As you all continue forward, you see at the base of what looks to be maybe a 20 or 25 foot tall mushroom, you see it looks to be like an older drow. They have this kind of very worn and torn up robes that are this dark fungal green, and across their face you see a very murky looking eye covering. They seem to be sitting there, and it looks to be like a rocking chair.
Ooh,
Layla,
possibilities.
when she sees the mushrooms, just pulls some of
Yep.
her shirt up over her face a little bit.
Exactly.
Reagan learned his lesson. He's prestidigitating some smelling salts, the aroma smelling salts.
The aroma smelling sauce.
Hey man, prestidigitation
It's very
is powerful.
unpleasant. It's very unpleasant.
Oh yeah, May, just a quick heads up. Those are Night Stalker mushrooms. They put people to sleep.
I'm already one step ahead of him.
Yeah, that's true. You're already taking a power nap.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, all right, got you covered. You ain't have to worry about me. Let's see. So he looks while seeing the drow up ahead. They'll speak, of course, slightly muffled due to their covered up face to the rest of the group. I see someone up ahead. Should we talk to them, approach them, or move past?
At this rate, friend, those that are in this situation have been found to be quite dangerous. The true question is, does anyone want to risk it?
May I remind you all, it is 10,000 gold.
I'm more worried about the lives of the people on this expedition, but yes, that is a large sum of money.
Well, I'm worried about them too, but 10,000 gold. We're trying to build a keep. May I remind you, I need musical instruments for this keep.
You about to make a studio?
They knew what they signed up for.
I'm shutting down the studio. So when they make their way across, after hearing that word, they'll just nod and just watch the drow and move past. It seems like there's more reservation of approaching them, so they might as well just move past them. They'll keep an eye on the individual just to make sure that he's not going to do anything fishy or suspicious. He'll give the classic nod. Can't make eye contact because the eye is covered, of course, with the whatchamacallit. But it is actually taught that if to make sure when things feels as safe as possible is to make eye contact so you know that you see each other before anything takes place. So he does that nod and
Hey, Ree.
Yes.
Divine sense.
You don't sense anything?
From a drow?
nah. Why would you just look for a drow? Drow are not undead, I don't think, right? No, they're not undead or demonic or anything.
All right, I'm just double checking. It might be a god or a demon just hanging out and just taking drow form. I'm just checking.
As you all pass, they smile and wave to you all.
They're gonna wave back. He's built like that.
I mean, he will wave. Aspen will wave. Aspen will do the what's up nod.
Rhaegar just.
Like the parade wave just is.
Nah, he's more enthusiastic. Like he's more jovial about it.
As you all continue, you find yourselves needing to form more of a less of a straight path and more of a winding one as you're forced to kind of go around this practically a grove of mushrooms. But after about 20 minutes, you reach the end and are able to continue on your journey.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we continue moving forward.
Same pace?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Then I will roll a d20 to see what happens next.
So it begins.
You all are free to converse with each other if you like.
So far, so good, friends.
Yes, there has been a lot of curious things we've come across. So, after this event, I actually would not mind traversing this location myself, just to kind of explore it a bit, because there's more than a few things that have caught my eye. But
Perhaps that drow knows the location of your sister, friend. It wouldn't hurt to double back and see if we can ask questions.
mm, that is a good point. Well, after we return back from our location, on the way back, I'll see if I can approach him and see if, and that's if we don't find any information after we hit our destination.
It's your search, friend. I'm just along for the ride. And protecting the people, of course.
Thank you. That is a good point. I didn't really take that into account. I appreciate that.
You all have better eyes. Does anyone see anything?
Yeah, do we see anything, Fishy?
As you ask that, you all are arriving at a bend in the cave system, and you can see just barely in the shadows around kind of a side path. There seems to be a group of people that seem to be kind of crouched down towards the back, about maybe 10 feet away from you all as you're passing.
Divine sense.
Demons.
Nothing? Don't sense any celestial, any non-planar entities?
Eldritch sight.
You do sense a small amount of magic.
Emanating from.
Looks to be emanating on something in one of the person's hands. They seem to have their back towards you, though.
One of them seems to be hunkered over a magical object, friend. I don't know what's going on with this group.
You hear a snore come from the inside of the caravan, and you just hear Dio say, "Villagers stuttering army carnies," and then.
Did anybody just catch what she said? What is she dreaming about?
It must be one of those legendary tales of the Bible Belt.
Sounds like it may have lasting effects. We may have to ask her about it when she wakes up in the morning later on. So,
Is Dio able to wake up at any point now that she is in a field with these mushrooms and was already napping?
Yes, the mushrooms did not make anyone asleep this time. They do not seem to have the same effect, from what you could tell.
Then you hear Dio wake up from the inside and go, "Oh, God, what is that smell?"
What are you smelling?
Oh, it's those mushrooms again. Oh, ooh.
Uh-oh.
Friend, you didn't voluntarily go snort the mushrooms, did you?
Not this time. No. Are those people over there?
I think so. They're going to kind of like slow down the caravan so they can be able to get a closer look at what the people look like and what they may be holding.
Reagan's on
Roll a
guard,
perception
so
check.
Okay.
sword is summoned for Reagan. Not brandish, but he's got his hand on it.
Perception, okay. Oh, okay, 19. Oh, and what? That's 28. Yeah, 28.
You can see them not quite clearly, even with dark vision. It's still that kind of gray muted, but you can tell that they don't seem to be in a good way. They seem to be, at least some of them seem to be injured. They seem to be wearing clothes that seem to have been ripped or torn in several places. But they are very clearly attempting to hide, but they are not doing a very good job of it.
What's the nature of the magic that Reagan sensed? Or is he able to sense the nature of it?
With detect magic, abjuration.
Abjuration. Okay.
That makes sense. He will speak that towards the others and say, they are looking to, he seems to be attempting to hide and perhaps injured, so they may need assistance. I'm going to reach out to them and see who they may be. You all can
I'll be
sit
on
behind.
guard, friend. Let me know if it's anything having to do with poisons or something I can do.
Let me know if I need to steal that item.
Sure.
Conjure. Which one? Where's the shadow one that I have? Around here somewhere. I think I might only have conjure spectral dead. Is that a thing I can do to like spy and follow Aspen so that they're not alone?
Let me see what it says.
You are not alone.
No, that is not that one. The one you want is Spy My Shadow.
Ah, there it is. Yes, I would like to cast then Spy My Shadow.
Sure. Sure. You can do that. So you can begin your spell. Your shadow begins to become a bit more solid, a bit more substantial before separating from yourself.
All right. And Asp is going to make their way down and say, I'm not here to harm you. It looks like you all may be injured. And what happened? As they make their way closer towards the group.
Roll a persuasion check.
Are any of them draconic by any means?
No, they look like gnomes.
Oh, okay. I sound like that gives me advantage, but that does not then, okay? Okay. 14 plus 16.
You see, most of them move further in this kind of offside crevice here away from you, but you see there's one who seems to be a bit older than the other ones. You can see that their skin is a bit sallow, and you recognize that these are deep gnomes, the gnomes who live underground. But the one who doesn't immediately move from you can see they have what looks to be like some kind of iron dagger in one hand, but it's very clear kind of based on their movement that they are not very proficient in its use. But they look at you and say, "What do you want?"
Well, we were just strolling ahead and we saw you down here. For one, we just wanted to verify because you do look to be of, or seem to possess injuries from what I could see. And we wanted to check that you were okay and what you may have came across that caused this to you.
As you're talking, Aspen, you notice something very strange tied to one of the people in the back. There's a bandage that is kind of looks to be wrapped around maybe an ankle injury, maybe just the lower leg. And as you see it, you recognize what it is. You see that it is a minor medical item that is created in the Dragon Empire for the half dragons and other lesser dragon kind that is designed more for immediate combat healing. But you recognize this one as belonging to your sister. It has both her symbol on it as well as the same color of your family's, kind of not quite a crest, but it's a mark. And it has been a very long time since you've seen one of these actually being used, as your sister and really most potent people have long outlived how useful these items would be for them.
Who and they kind of pause, like very close, like almost like as if they're about to say a few words, and then just silence as their eyes just falls on top of the bandage, their head rocking back and forth almost in a draconic like nature.
Reagan's gonna buzz in from his vantage point because he's just gonna see all of a sudden Aspen looks like they've gone from conversation to just swaying in place. So Ray is just gonna do. Is everything all right, friend Aspen?
That bandage, it belongs to the one that I'm looking for. When did this happen? What happened to you?
Why do you want to know?
So the person who helped you out is close to me. I've been searching for her for a long period of time, and I thought, well, she's been missing. So I wish to see where she is, and it seems that you have came across her, and she has healed your wounds. What I can see with the bandage across your leg.
Well, a persuasion check
Okay.
with advantage.
Thank you.
Reagan is doing his best to scan the area around the caravan, keeping an eye out for threats the best he can.
That'd be synthetic 20.
Someone came by a while ago and helped us get out of a situation with the gorthing creatures. And they gave us some bandages to help our injured.
That sounds like her. Where is she now?
I don't know. She said she was going to investigate something further down and that someone would be back to help us later.
And no one came by to assist?
Not yet, no.
Where did she head to?
Further down the path. In that direction. And she points in the same direction that you all were traveling.
And you're still looking for assistance?
Yes.
I'll see what I can do. They'll make their way over to Reagan and says, so it looks like this group here was essentially rescued by my sister. I could tell because I recognize those bandages that she used from long ago. They're meant for those of a lesser dragonkin, but at the same time, they still heal mortals just the same. And
That's fascinating, friend.
Nevertheless, they indicated that she went on ahead, but that someone would come by to assist them after a certain period of time, but they have not come by to grant them aid. So they're still looking for assistance.
There are things that I don't know about your sister. Perhaps she divined that we would be the ones to help her. I am the religious sort after all, and sometimes the gods and goddesses appear to us in mysterious ways and have us do mysterious things for mysterious reasons. But yes, those in need of healing. Who's the worst injured?
Was I able to tell which one of the three was the worst?
Reagan can make a medicine check.
Not immediately, no. They weren't exactly trying to share information with you at the time. So from what you can tell, none of them seem to be in any dire straits, though.
Is there anything preventing mobility that can easily be solved?
They seem to be able to move. You don't think they'll be moving very fast. You can see several of them have injuries relating to the lower leg as well. Like 2 of them have bandages around their ankles. But you think they could move, but they probably wouldn't be very fast.
So they won't be dashing if push comes to shove.
No.
Can lay on hands be able to do something about that?
Certainly try.
They can't
Oh, that's mean. Can I roll medicine to see if Reagan believes lay on hands will work for that?
Sure. That's fine.
And 13.
With 13, you figure it would probably work, though it seems that their biggest issue is less of the damage, but of at least one poison or disease that seems to be bothering them.
All of them?
No, there seems to be all of them seem to be have minor scrapes and pains, but the one that is keeping them from traveling further seems to have some sort of affliction in their actual leg. The others, you guess, could probably move. They'd be bruised and sore moving, but they could. The other one seems to have been able to move, but it's like moving with an infection. They would just get worse over time anyway.
Friend, what is the nature of this ancient technology that your sister apparently uses? Does it prevent things from spreading?
Am I aware of that?
You can roll medicine.
Okay.
See if you know about it.
That's the thing. Like, yeah, Reagan could quote unquote cure something.
Reagan has the cure.
He has a cure.
A said medicine, right?
Medicine.
17.
Okay. You aren't sure what it will do for someone that isn't related to dragons, as the medicine is generally meant for the particular type of dragon that you are. But you know that when it's working properly, it's supposed to heal most injuries in accordance with the lesser restoration spell. But it doesn't seem to be as potent on this person. It is much more just kind of looking at it. If you guess that your sister passed through here at least a week ago, then they would have already been healed if this was working properly.
Yeah, so they would give that information over to Reagan and says, so it seems that there is some cross functionality between the two, but it's not able to work to its fullest benefit due to the fact that they are essentially not of draconic kind.
Well, I can do my thing and hopefully it works. And Reagan will attempt to spend 5 healing points of lay on hands to cure this disease.
Okay. And as you feel the power of your oath, the authority given to you by your pledge, you can feel this energy almost as if it's this kind of darkness that has been setting into the bone begin to wash away. And it takes a few moments, but you do see that this person does not immediately move better, but you can see that you have made a big difference. It'll probably still take them some time to finish recovering naturally, but they aren't going to be in any immediate dangers from it.
So as far as Reagan can tell, this disease has been completely purged?
Yes.
Okay. That's the thing. I mean, we know the nature of disease, but also Reagan's not a doctor. So that's the thing.
Yes.
So.
As far as Reagan can tell, the problem has been fixed, but they will, since they're still just regular people, they will still need time to heal, to recover properly.
Well, friend, whatever the suffering, I've cured this individual of it. I don't know how to remove this brace thing of yours, but...
Well, the brace most likely will still help fasten their healing capabilities, perhaps. So it still will provide benefit to them, even if they're not of draconic kind. He looks towards the group and says, you all are of the Underdark nature. I'm presuming you all do not wish to head to the surface. Do you wish to stay here, or was there a particular place you wanted to travel to?
Well, you know me, Aspen. Wherever we gotta go to find your sister, I'm there with you. And it's just more of an adventure, anyways, right? Like if we go further into the Underdark, if that's no, then I'm not terrified, not at all, not at all.
Well, you have nothing to be terrified about. You have all of us here around with you as well. So it shouldn't be too much of an issue. He smirks and then he looks towards the gnomes. He's like, and you all, what would you all like to do?
We will be fine.
Very well. It was nice meeting you. I'm glad you were able to get out safe. And you just said my sister, essentially. She went further ahead, you said? We last saw her a week ago. All right, very well. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Are you sure you all will be safe? That weapon you've got there doesn't look like much considering the threats we've encountered.
Roll the persuasion check.
On it. Yippee.
And Reagan
And
really
there it
believes what
is.
he's saying.
And there it is. Natural one.
Yep.
And there it is.
I was just like, are you sure you want to do this? Like, okay, that way. Yep.
Nailed it.
You, before your natural one king.
Nailed it.
The person in the middle who has been speaking for the most part here nods their heads, but you see the ones in the back kind of look at each other a bit uncertainly. The first one speaks to you. We will be fine.
Recognize. Very well. And he'll head back to his original position on top of the cart, and he'll kind of buzz in everybody to keep him in the loop and basically inform them in Reagan's way of the situation.
Also, Aspen will just say the DO assist. Thanks for bringing your shadow along, by the way.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Speaking of which, I should probably put them away in case we run into anybody else. I don't want to freak people out the way I'm kind of already freaked out because I don't know what's down here anymore. Surprise attacks by bats have kind of traumatized me just a little bit.
I thought. Oh, see. Well, I think Aspen would know. Are sapphire dragons normally based underground? Normally, right?
You think so?
Yeah. So like Aspen, because Aspen's just like he kind of tilts his head to the side. He's just like, hey, but don't you normally reside in the Underdark even more than I do? Like we kind of stay here.
Yeah, that's I'm just a tiny bit afraid of the dark. I know it's weird for a sapphire dragon, but it's just it's a little thing. I'm getting over it. What do they call it? Exposure therapy. I'm doing that.
Well, if things become a bit too hectic for you, please let us know. I'm very curious. Perhaps we have more time. We could talk about this reservation to the Underdark. You're the first sapphire dragon I've met who does not like the Underdark.
No, it's very useful. I get what it's there for. I can see fine, kind of sometimes. But yeah, no, they're just a lot of like big scary things down here, and I'm a little jumpy as a person. If you haven't realized that yet, it's the startling thing that I just don't like that happens sometimes. That's why I do the thing with the shadow, because then if I can see things like up ahead, then they don't like tend to jump out on me and give me like a panic attack, and I'm like totally cool with that. Okay.
There's a genuine smirk from that explanation. Says, very well. I can understand a reservation. Okay, like I said, we'll definitely talk more about this perhaps tonight before we head to bed. It's very curious, but good to know. Expanding my horizons, that's for sure. He looks towards Layla and Axel as well. Are you two everything fine back there as well? Anything you all like to do before we press forward?
All quiet on the southern front.
Preferably would just like to get out of this cave. I really don't like being underground.
You sound like Dio right now.
Look here, I'm a tiefling. We don't go underground normally. This is very weird.
Okay. Yeah, tieflings I do not know much about. The sapphire aspect really threw me for a loop, but it makes sense. Very well. We will press forward. And there. Aspen will do his Legolas leap onto his horse, and then take his way forward.
All right, you all leave those people behind and continue forward. Are there any conversations you all wish to have as you move?
And like I said, the conversations Aspen will have with Dio and maybe Layla, but mostly Dio will most likely be at nighttime.
Reagan will say, I find it odd, friends.
What's that?
I tried to explain to them that perhaps them being left to their own devices with just a dagger in a place like this isn't the best course of action. But strangely enough, only few were confident. There were some that seemed quite fearful of their situation.
It makes sense. People are, as I just learned, entirely with Dio. People are of different. What's the right word? What I look for? They will look towards Dio, but they can't because Dio is an entirely different, caravan. They would just look towards that area when that statement says, it says people have different, not interests, but it's like with Layla and I enter the tar, the heat tar. We both have, a connection to fire, it seems. But eventually Layla, for some reason, had to leave. Wow. It's not
Oh, I think
confidence.
this is in my Minnesota knowledge. And you hear Dio kind of flicking through pages, and she goes, different strokes for different folks.
That sounds
such,
interesting.
yes, that is such a fantastic way of describing it. Different strokes for different folks. But yes, that's a great way to describe it. I feel like some individuals in their group were very comfortable with their surroundings, while others, like Dio, were just like, this is not for them. And I understand there's a sense of pride of being like, I want to be able to take care of things myself. So that's why I didn't press the issue. I just ask once, and then with them being how they are, allow them to their own devices. But I can see how others may not wish to pursue the same plan as the rest of the group.
I'm sorry, I read Twitch chat. I'm sorry.
Different strokes.
But Reagan is just like, I see. Well, it was their decision to make. I just pray that nothing happens to them.
I mean, worst comes to worst, they can always be stroking to the east or stroking to the west, but it just depends.
You can tell by the sound of Reagan's voice he's pensive, but that's the extent of it for him.
Yep. They keep moving forward.
On the road again.
Yep.
All right, as you all are moving forward, you come across what looks to be like a large cavern, and as you begin to enter, you look up and you realize that you can't see far enough up to see the ceiling of this area. What is your passive perceptions?
19 for me.
18.
Okay.
You already know mine is 11.
Can I have
Okay,
all
we
of
still love
you
you.
with at least a 17 passive perception to make a nature or survival checks?
Oh, I do survival easily.
Dun, dun, dun.
Y'all got it.
Is this a connection to anything draconic based by chance? Okay, just double check.
16 for survival.
Yeah,
16. 16, Layla, you realize that this doesn't seem to be normal to you? This looks like this was made by something, but you don't know what.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Did anyone
You
else
don't
roll
like what?
above a 16?
Synthetic 20.
The 20, Aspen, you've seen this before. It's very rare, but do you know? Roll me a history check, see if you know the name of this. But you realize this is a creature that very rarely shows up on your continent, but they are very, very dangerous, very large.
Is it draconic base? You know I have to ask. Take it, no advantage. Okay, we'll see, because history is not my strong suit. We shall see. Oh, I got natural 19 though, so another synthetic 20. Thank you, Die Hard. Nice. You are incredible.
You are in the den of a purple worm.
Wait, that's not draconic base?
No,
A worm, not a dragon.
Oh,
it's a worm.
okay.
Like an actual worm, not a
Worm. Okay.
Sherman worm. Yeah.
Their eyes scan across the ceiling, and then they speak towards the back and says, I think it was a good idea. We didn't bring the remaining group around because I believe we're in the den of a purple worm.
The purple worm? That doesn't sound so terrifying.
Like a small worm, big worm, medium-sized worm. Define a worm.
You see those crevices in the ceiling? They're like that because the worm created it.
No, I don't, friend.
Oh.
Can Dio
Reagan.
do any kind of history or nature check or something to figure out if she has like any notes written down about these worms, since
Sure.
it's kind of her jam? What would you prefer, Rolf?
Whichever one's higher.
And what did I say? Nature or what?
History.
Or history.
Which one is higher? Oh, history's higher for her.
Oh, yeah.
That is a dirty 20. Oh no, it's a 21. Sorry.
Nice.
Cool. So you've heard of purple worms before. You know they are very large, almost as large as a fully grown dragon. You also know that they are incredibly poisonous and are prone to collect very large, not quite hordes of things, but just lots of destroyed areas that lead to them collecting very nice things.
Theo will share that with the group.
You mean like a horde? You be like
Friend.
gold.
Like,
Mm,
like,
Maybe we shouldn't
Sounds
raid the horde of
familiar.
the giant worms.
yes, yes,
sounds
it belongs to
familiar for
them.
some reason. I don't know.
It belongs to them. So how about this? We will leave the purple worm alone, but if they do decide to attack us, the horde that belongs to us. All of your base belongs to us.
It's another creature that has hordes. I can't.
Will you perhaps try to do this the stealthy way, friend? Or are you going to go galloping, looking for a fight?
Maybe we just leave its horde alone and we all live to see another day and collect 10,000 gold apiece.
I agree. No need to be reckless with people's lives here.
I'm trying to determine how we could be stealthy with these large.
Is it
Because
a thing?
Glyza was the one that has a lot of traits, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I was just like. I mean,
Is
they
it
have-
a thing for dragons to steal other people's hordes?
not ours. We wouldn't do it. We would do it. We would not do it unless they attacked us first. Then, of course, their content belonged to us as recompense for us destroying them. But
We were at a crossword. But wow, cross. I was about to say crossword. We are at a crossroads.
Crossword
friend.
puzzle, yes.
we could attempt to be stealthy. It's just that it may be difficult with these large caravans. But I understand these creatures are not something to be trifled with. So just be very cautious, and we ultimately try our best for stealth, but prepare for the worst. Because I do not have past other traits, sadly. I have to remember that next time I level up. I left that to Glyza.
So
Reagan is basically at the ready.
A wise man once said, "Don't be trifling."
Take Dragon's
So I
Breath instead of
believe
past other
you
traits.
all are attempting to move by this thing stealthily. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, make me stealth checks.
Now, what is the modifier for the caravan?
I'll roll for the caravan.
Oh boy. So we individually have to make stealth checks? Okay.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. That's not bad. Then. If we're using our own stealth, then yeah, I'm good. But I thought we had to roll for the caravan stealth. I was like, what they got, like a +2? I do not like that face, Regan. I do not like that face.
I don't like my roll either. It's only a 17.
Yours
I know,
a flat
me too.
roll.
Oh wait, did I? Yeah, no, I rolled.
Hey, do you roll that one, fam? Regan did. Natural one king strikes again. I see.
Not only does Reagan not stealthy, but he accidentally trips and falls into the worm with his
The
sword.
fact that he brought up the idea about stealthy. Reagan. Reagan. Poor unfortunate soul. Okay. Hopefully I can help out with this. Stealth. That's a 24. But I'm not sure if that's going to conquer a natural one. We'll see. Because it wasn't in that 20.
Okay, what about the other ones? Did everyone who rolled below 12?
Obviously I did.
Alright, so we got a natural one, and the cart also rolled. So you guys are at 3 fails and 4 successes. So as you all are attempting to move along the outer sides of this cave, you all make it about halfway where Reagan stumbles over a series of rocks and into the cart, which in the backmost caravan, the wheel gets stuck. And then you all feel the ground begin to shake as something begins to move beneath you. You also have to figure out, how do you proceed? Do you leave the stuck cart, or do you wish to try and get it out? Get it unstuck?
And
Can
that's
I
my
do anything
money.
Can I do anything with mending to get it unstuck?
Ooh, you have mending, yay!
In this case, you can't mend it out as it's like stuck in kind of like a hole. But you could use mending to repair the cart but the cart isn't really broken. You could
You got
break
levitate
it
or something?
trying to get it unstuck and then fix it, but
That is an option.
Okay, we'll try to have it help unstuck the cart. Yeah, 'cause we need all the contents. Yeah. So I guess for those who are on the stronger side of the spectrum, I guess we try to what?
You're gonna
Fully-
help.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of you strong bros, go over there and do that because I am at 10 strength.
Oh wow. Okay.
all right. So who is going to attempt to lift the cart out of this?
Yeah.
this kind of
I'm a strong
pothole?
boy. I'm a
Yeah,
strong boy.
Reagan's right
Yes.
there too.
Okay.
Pull this shit out of the ditch.
All right, Aspid, make me a strength check, and your goal is to move this while being as quiet as possible. So roll it
helping.
with disadvantage. Oh well, then just roll it straight if Reagan is helping.
Ooh, okay.
Mhm.
I'm Reagan. I'm helping.
Okay. Perfect. Can anyone give me guidance? Anyone has the guidance spell by chance?
I wish, big dog.
Can I give you or not inspiration was the thing, the bardic inspiration.
Yeah. Bardic inspiration. Yeah.
I give you inspiration by saying nice things.
Thank you.
It's
Yeah,
a
whisper.
you just hear over the sending stone. I'm not very strong, but you got this, Aspen. You can do this. I believe in you. Please just do it very quickly.
Why do you sound like a 1-900 number? Okay, thank you. And then they'll go ahead and grab
Hey, who told you about my secret jobs?
They'll grab the wheel and attempt to lift it. So yours is a D6 or D8?
It's a D6.
D6. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, okay. 18. This is not athletics, right? It's just strength.
Nope, just strength.
And 24.
Okay. As you go over, you and Reagan together, you begin to pull the cart up, and you manage to do it being rather quiet. But then you look down and you see something kind of almost laid haphazardly amongst the rubble. And you recognize it immediately, Aspen. You find what you've heard of in stories as the Black Dragon Staff, laying kind of at the very bottom of this, maybe about 40 feet below you.
There's a staff, a black dragon staff, underneath this.
Priorities, friend. Priorities.
It's a
Hold on.
black dragon staff, though.
Hold on, I'm
It's
coming.
dragon
Hold on.
based.
She's like scooting out of the to like go over. How far down?
It's about right there. He points to the staff. It looks to be about 40 feet down.
Oh, that's just out of my range.
Umbra, can you get the staff for me?
This is so sad.
And they'll ask for their Drake to pick up the staff, to fly down and go wink.
Okay. So is Umbro trying to be stealthy or trying to be fast?
Wait. Does it look like it's part of a horde, or does it look like it's just randomly?
It looks like it's discarded amongst a bunch of other destroyed things.
Aspen, do you think he could carry me down there like 10 feet and I could grab it?
Possibly. He is strong.
Cause I can do the spectral hand thing.
Don't have much time.
Okay. Yes, sure. And we could work with that that plan, and they will speak to Umbra and Draconic to essentially have them, I guess, grabbed Layla by the underarms, and have
She's not
them,
that big. She's very tiny.
she's very tiny. That's what I was imagining with that 9
How
strength.
strong is Umbra?
They have I think they're also 16 strength. Let me double check. Yep, 16 strength.
Drake been working out, huh? Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Both Umbra and I are strong.
And how much does Layla weigh?
She's 5 foot tall. She's not that weighty.
So you're
I
she's
mean,
you in
how
real life.
thick is she?
Like, well, her strength is a -1, so she probably weighs maybe 115 at
Okay.
most.
Ooh-wee.
Umbra and Layla attempt to lower themselves down. I need for I'm gonna say
Go ahead, Rhea. I know you
so.
want to.
Layla and the Wyvern need to make stealth checks, and
Got
Layla
it.
at disadvantage because you have to speak to cast Mage Hand unless you don't have to.
Hold on, let me look. Yeah, it says
I
purple.
believe. With disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
You ain't got no arcane trickster stuff going on?
Nope.
You ain't got no alibi.
At disadvantage, it's still a 19.
Oh, nice.
Ooh. Are they proficient in stuff? Okay, so that would be 14 for Umbra.
All right, so this is what happens. As you are being led down, you cast your spell and you begin to pull the staff towards you, and it gets to be about halfway when the walls towards the bottom of this cylindrical cave begin to crumble, and you see a large maw of this purple worm beginning to reach up toward both of you.
Fly!
Yeah, Umbra would definitely try to fly
Acrobat-
back.
She's mage hand got it, and just like.
checks. Acrobatics checks.
All right.
For me too?
So could it be
I mean-
athletics? It could be athletics for Umbra,
Sure.
right?
Either one works for me. If you want to try to avoid getting hit, you can, Layla, or you could not. It's up to you.
That's a natural 20.
Oh, yep.
Nice.
Also, natural 20 for Umbra.
What? Wow.
That's-
Okay.
That's all
As
it
you
is.
all, as Umbra is moving, Layla, you see, really before you had a chance to react properly, a black tail-like pincer really fires towards you, passing just in front of your eye before Umbra is able to whisk you back up to the ledge that you all are on, and you all begin to feel this makeshift cavern beginning to shake. How are you guys getting out of here?
Oh, we hauling. Let's go.
Mhm.
Dia
Could
would
it-
like to cast Quicken on whatever she can get it on.
Yeah.
All right, let me.
This feels like Indiana Jones.
It is at this point.
Yep. Where's the big ball at?
Okay, all right. So as you all are moving, I need for whoever is steering this cart to give me an animal handling check, because you need to
Got
lead
it.
this procession away from this worm without being killed. It's going to be 2
There's
out
like
of 3
5.
for this check.
There's like
I
5
will
of
let,
us.
I will let you all make one roll for each, because making 4 separate rolls I feel like would eventually make you lose just through the statistics. So you will get best 2 out of 3 rolls on this.
Okay. All right.
Animal
So
handling?
so just 3 of us, you said?
Yes,
Okay.
either whoever's driving can roll.
Okay, because I'm driving one. Okay, I got a +8 for animal handling, so I could go there. 14 plus 8, 22.
Okay, let me see. All right, well, all right. So as you are moving forward, the worm fires this stinger at you again, and this time it just barely misses over the top, crashing into the wall above you, and you can see the rocks beginning to fall as people inside of the caravan begin to kind of quake and kind of look to protect themselves. You managed to survive the first one. Give me another roll.
Can Reagan make his way toward the back to be able to cast shield should something attempt to hit?
Sure.
Okay.
Is this worm within 60 feet of me?
Yes.
I would like to cast
Ooh.
Dissonant Whispers.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Nice.
The DC is 15.
You're
Lip
never
rolled a
gonna
16
dance
on the
again.
dice.
Dang it!
So, 20. It does not.
So
Okay,
close.
well, it's still going to take 3d6 of psychic damage.
Forgot, does Whispers
Roll
have any
the-
other effect other than the damage?
the damage
Only
for
if they save, um, only if they. Oh, on a failed save, it takes 3d6. Hold on. Let me read this thing again. On a save, yeah, it takes half as much damage.
Oh, okay, so it's just damage then.
Yeah,
So how
Alright.
much damage did you roll?
it'll take 6. I rolled 12.
Okay. All right.
I
One more
mean, if
roll
we're-
to get away.
Yeah, say if we're fine, like if this thing's coming, Axel would probably take a shot at it too if it's, if we're running, but like
Well, do you all want to run? Or do you want to stay and fight?
we can run and fight.
Now we outie. If we hit it, we're giving it a direction to go in.
I mean, she just hit it.
Yeah,
Well,
but
tried.
that's
If you-
just
Do
psychic
you
damage.
wish
They
to run or fight? You all have to. It's up to
Running. I vote run.
Run, bitch, get some help.
Help! Oh,
You. All
please.
right. Then Aspen, what was your second roll?
Not as good this time, but it was okay because thankfully I have a high modifier. 16.
Reagan,
Sir.
what? Let me see. How do I want to do this? Roll again with advantage. So just roll again.
Oh, me?
One more time. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, that's worse.
All right.
Alrighty.
So as you all are attempting to move, the stinger comes flying forward, and Reagan, you attempt to erect a shield. And I have a devil's bargain for you, Reagan.
Okay.
Your shield is going to shatter from this attack. You can
Mhm.
move out of the way, and the cart will take the hit, or you can take the hit.
Taking the hit. We taking the hit. Reagan
Are
is
you sure?
taking the hit. Yes. Better Reagan than them.
And you will take 20 points of damage as this tail basically launches
Hold on, what did it
itself
roll to
in
hit?
your- Oh, it was plus 14. So plus 14 plus 13 is 27.
Plus 14 to hit?
It's a purple. It's a purple worm. Purple worms are not good things to encounter.
Oh,
Purple,
yeah.
purple worm, not to be trifled with.
I can see a plus
You,
14 to
you feel this stinger smash into your stomach before ripping itself out.
Okay.
I need vote. So right now, this is the last roll, Aspen.
Okay. Here we
Can I give
go.
Aspen bardic inspiration?
I
Thank
would
you.
suggest that you do that, yes.
I got the thing, but can you please do something about the card?
Okay, here we go. Come on, we could do this. And they will try to just guide the horse to become one with the horse if they can. Okay, and they do almost become one with the horse because that was 18 on the die. That's 18 plus 8. 18 plus 8. 26? Oh, that's before the D6 roll.
Mm.
And a 4. That's a 30. They have became one with the horse.
Reagan, you see this tail almost in slow motion as it fires for you again. And just as you attempt to muster what remains of your strength, the carts almost take like a full banking turn, and this pincer slams into the rock. And you see for a moment it's embedded in there, just as you all manage to pass through the smaller cavern, separating yourselves from this worm's lair. And as you will take a moment to breathe, do you stop or do you keep going?
I ain't driving.
Yeah, I think we would keep going. Just because we don't know how far that worm would actually move. So
All right.
mm-hmm. Yep. Freeway don't stop.
Reagan, your injury burns, and you can feel that there should that
Lay
there-
on hands on himself.
How much would you like? Would you like to do the whole?
No,
damage?
5
How
points to
much?
get rid of the poison. I already know what you're trying to do. It ain't happening.
Okay.
Reagan's got a lot of practice laying hands on himself, so
Anyway, as you all barely escape your encounter with your new magical item, Do you all? So you travel for about another hour. Do you all wish to take time to stop? So far, today you've been traveling for about 6 hours from the time you woke up. Means you all could make another 4 hours before you would need to retire for the evening, or you could stop now.
Just to clarify, Layla was able to get the black dragon staff, right?
She was.
Okay.
She's laying in the back of the caravan with like it against her with like her legs and her arms and her tail wrapped around. Just like I'm not letting it go until Aspen or Dio gets here to take it off my hands.
Layla, a real one from the beginning. So they will, I guess now there's been an hour past, they'll speak through the communication device and say, how's everyone feeling? That was a bit of an event. Do you want to rest now or do you want to keep pressing forward?
I know y'all want to be any closer to that thing.
I think Aspen says or not Aspen, I think Regan says he would like to rest if I can translate his groans properly.
Yeah, that sounds like a lung was pierced or something. Yeah, we could go ahead and rest on the side. That works. So yeah, I guess we'll take park the caravan at a safe spot that we can find and then try to take a rest.
Okay. It does take a few more minutes to find a good spot, but you all are able to settle down. The wagons are all locked up and they begin to prepare for an evening. Fires are started. Sleeping arrangements are made. The people begin to attempt to treat Reagan's injuries unless someone attempts to use magic to heal them.
Layla is gonna
I'll take a short rest worth of hit dice first.
Okay.
Right, then
Just so you don't go like spells
bandaged.
like crazy.
Then someone does arrive to bandage your injuries.
Okay, let me see. I will roll 5 of them. And let's see what I get. Okay, way to be loading. Roll 20, what are you planning? Roll 20.
Roll 20
Okay,
loves the
okay,
dramatics.
that's good.
They love the dramatics.
24. Okay, we good. You don't need to use spells on me.
Okay, so you will spend the first hour pretty much recovering from your wounds around the fire.
Oh, okay.
The people have begun to create what looks to be like a stew of some pork-like meat and various vegetables. And I leave things to you all. What do you do for your...
Aspen will make their way over to Dio and says, could you investigate this staff for us real quick? It looks to be of a black dragon staff. Layla was able to obtain it.
Oh yeah. 100%. And Dio will pitch the TARDIS tent. The
The TARDIS.
what is it?
That's a good name.
That's a good name.
Travel
TT.
tent. LP travel tent. Yes. And yeah. Do you want a history check, Ree?
Do you have this identify spell?
I do not.
All right, then sure, you can roll a history check to see what you know about it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, then you have heard of this item before, and it was lost a few thousand years ago, as far as you were aware. It became or was forged when the ancient black dragon Rothric was destroyed after destroying a kingdom. And a man belonging to a group referred to as the Trident destroyed the dragon using some sort of spell that has long since been lost to time. But the bones and scales were brought together to be forged into this staff.
So you see Dio go into the tent where she has a large bookshelf with all of her notes on it, and you see she pulls out a couple of different books and notes, and they pretty much all say what Ree just said, and she kind of passes them forward and points out a couple of things to you guys.
So is this dragon? I'm presuming this dragon is of a well-renowned, especially in our kingdom, right? What further information you can give us about this dragon?
I will say with a 26, you both know it was definitely not a dragon formerly belonging to the Dragon Empire. It was one that was not really in favor of peaceful coexistence with just about anyone. Its epitaph was the Ebony Nightmare when it was destroyed. But
Is
it
this
was
the
a
kind of
dragon.
dog your sister usually hangs out with? Because that's a little frightening.
No, definitely not. My sister would not really associate herself with something of this variety. That's for sure. This would be more along the lines of. Besides, this was 1,000 years ago. My sister is what, 300. So
You know, sometimes things happen like a long time ago, but like some people like still believe in them. So I mean, we just found it, so there is the possibility that like we found it from when it fell, or that we found it when somebody else had it who might have been wielding it. I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities here that just kind of go off in my mind sometimes. So I apologize, but would Theo perhaps know what it does by any chance?
mm,
Any of these notes?
There's no historical record of what the staff did. You have to attune to it to find out.
Yeah, and I've never really been able to figure out what it actually does. So you know, it's a shot in the dark.
Too soon, Dio. Too soon.
Do you think, because it stems from a creature known as the Ebony Nightmare, my concern is the staff may possess a sense of evil within it. Is there anything you can sense within it, such as like a aura of sorts that gives the impression that this staff may be cursed, or perhaps be cursed?
Eldritch Sight.
I think Theo also has detect good and evil, maybe. I'm looking, and D20 is being a pain. Or roll 20.
Super slow.
I'm still using my Eldritch Sight though, Ree. At
You
least
could
give me a
definitely tell
school.
it is a magical item, but you do not know what school it is.
Ooh.
No, it is a magical thing.
It is magical, but I don't know what school of magic it is.
Layla, at the mention that it could possibly be cursed, is sitting there wiping her hands on her her outfit, like nope, nope, nope.
That's how you stop from being cursed by magic
Mm.
item.
I have detect magic. That's what I have.
Oh, that's the equivalent of what I just did. But
Mm.
yeah,
Oh,
the other thing. Yeah, no, you're good, mate. It's just like Eldritch Sight basically gives Reagan free detect magic. As you know, same rules, line of sight, but free through what he's got going on.
I'll roll it anyways.
Yeah.
To see if it works different by any means. What? So D20. Yeah, 4. No, nothing good.
Definitely tell it is a magical item.
Yeah, it's a magical item. What type of item? I'm not entirely certain. It sounds very, very, very evil, though. Not gonna lie.
Mm.
Anybody have a special bag for it?
I believe we do. Do you know of anyone within the caravan that travels with us may have the ability to essentially identify these type of items? We could ask, just to be on the safe side.
I mean, it'd be strange if we didn't.
Right.
Very
And
well.
if
So,
not
like,
for
You ever
science,
seen this type of little thing before? It seems a little on the evil side. But I'm not sure entirely.
What were you saying, Dio?
but if not, for strictly scientific purposes, because now I am extremely curious. Just so I didn't risk you guys, I could try to bond with it and see what it does.
I can't tell you what to do, friend, but taking on such a risk could prove very detrimental to what we have going on here.
We could perhaps provide a try that if there is no individual here in our caravan that is unable to identify, just in case.
Yeah, let's definitely try that first. But last case scenario, I kind of have to know now for some reason. I just, it's right there. I have a lot of the info on it, and I'm always been very curious.
And that's the reason why I have no reservation of you doing it. But if this does take place, and you do wish to attune to this item, if you notice anything off-putting, or if you notice any sort of coercion, especially something of the ebony nightmare variety, please let us know, and we'll see if we can find a way to get rid of it or return it back to the purple worm.
Return to sender.
Yeah, return to sender. Yep. FedEx, can you take care of this, please? So yeah, they will make their way over to the caravan to see if there's someone who can essentially identify this item.
Okay. If you would ask any of the normal people, they would direct you to find Bromthron, who is currently helping make sure that the kind of outer perimeter of the camp is good. Do you wish to ask him?
Yes. So he will approach and says, we request your assistance. We've discovered an item here that we definitely appears to be of a magical descent. We were wondering if you could be able to identify it for us.
Most likely, but can I have you all agree not to risk my people's lives for magical items in the future?
Of course.
And he holds out his hand.
All right. Wait. No, Layla. So I'm guessing Ashley would have it, because Layla was just like, I don't want to touch this anymore.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, no. The instant Layla heard the words possibly curse, she walked away to go sit near Regan and like give him comfort while he's healing.
Give him a hand pats. Gotcha. Gotcha. So yeah, so he will hand over the staff.
And you see him, he reaches into his, looks to be very dirty robes and pulls out, looks to be like a jewelry inspecting glass. And you see him kind of focus it over one eye as he looks over it. What is it that you want to know about the thing?
What to know primarily, does it appear to be cursed or of an evil nature before we decide to implement it within our group?
I don't see any minor curses.
Are there major curses that your abilities can avoid, that your abilities may not detect?
I mean, it's possible, I suppose.
All right, well, if you have the ability to identify or you're not able to detect anything, I'm presuming that's the best we can do for now.
I can tell you it's also a spellcasting focus.
Oh, this fits perfectly for Dio then. Very well. Thank you. We appreciate it. He'll spin the staff around a couple of times in his hands before placing it in front of Dio. Says, seems like this was perfectly meant for you. According to Bromthom, I guess his name. He indicated there was no minor curses that he could detect, and it also appears to be of the spell casting variety. Bromthom.
Yeah, if you handed that thing to Axel, he probably wrapped it up in a cloak and just kind of set it to the side.
Oh, no, he was handling it to Dio, because okay. Dio's the spellcaster.
Well, I meant Ari. I was like, if you hand this to me, this is going over here. I don't know. Not a magician.
Dio will take it and she'll go, yes, and it's absolutely terrifying looking. This is perfect for the exposure therapy. And yeah, Dio will go into the tent and she'll try to attune to it.
Reagan's gonna bless her.
Thank you, Reagan.
Mm-hmm.
Need all the luck I can get, I think, at this point. And she kind of like looks at it in the face. Puts it down.
You take the time to properly attune to it, and it will take basically a full short rest worth of time. So while Dio is attuning to the item, what are the rest of you doing?
Shoot, blessed third level. Since it's a short rest, I get the third level slots back. We good.
Oh yeah, the warlock. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Aspen will make their way over to Axel. It says, so I know you like to travel through a scourges a lot. Would you be interested to traveling down this area again after this mission is complete? That was the Axel.
Okay. I don't know. I think I mean we took a chance with that thing and with the staff. I'm just kind of tired. It's been a long day.
No worries. You like the rest. That's perfectly fine. And I definitely was not talking about now. I was mentioning in the future, though that purple worm would be problematic.
Well, sometimes you take a risk and it's okay. We got away. Everything's fine.
That's true.
Reagan didn't even get smacked. Well, he didn't get smacked. He got impaled, but he's okay. It's fine.
Reagan has been taking one for the team, it seems, as he's been the primary one to get injured.
Well, it'll all be worth it when he gets that big paycheck afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And if he and if the worst happens and tragedy strikes and Reagan were to die, it's okay because we'll dedicate a new temple to the nameless gods with his proceeds.
I don't think the nameless gods would wish for him to pass away. Most likely,
of course not. No,
they would probably revive him to continue, because otherwise, who else would continue to do the work of the nameless gods if him and Dewdrop does not exist?
That's fair. I think Dewdrop's still sleeping though. She's been sleeping for a very long time.
Yeah, it's kind of like Dio. They both took their hit of that mushroom and then they were just gone. So it makes sense.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's Underdark, right? So it makes people sleepy down here.
That reminds me, I need to have a conversation with Dio, but I'll wait till after she's done with her thing. Well, yeah, if you ever decide to change your mind, as stated, there was a lot of interesting areas down here that I would like to explore. Maybe not the Purple Wyvern section, because again, that's his territory. I'll leave that alone. But like the upside down pyramid.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, the down here is fascinating. There's so much potential, but I mean, I feel like we should come back with an expedition party rather than our current putting our paycheck at risk right now.
Oh yes, this was entirely meant for a future endeavor, definitely not current. After we get this mission complete, and perhaps after a certain period of time, we can return back to this location and fully be able to explore it, because again, there's a lot to discover around here that has piqued my curiosity.
Perhaps we can learn more about these purple worms and be more prepared next time.
That's true. Yes, now I understand what Dio felt like in regards to the staff, when she says I needed to understand about this. I kind of feel the same way about this location. I wonder if this is how Mother feels.
I haven't seen my mother in a long time. I don't know if she's still alive. Oh well.
Oh well. You don't wish to find her?
I mean, it's been a few hundred years. We haven't really. It's I haven't been back up north in a long time. It's family drama, all that stuff.
You do not wish to see her? Is that what I'm gathering?
Oh well, it's just don't the place. We had opinions that were different on where I don't want to live up there because the Elven kingdoms are, well, they're terrible. And
wait, what? Do you elaborate on that? This is my first time hearing about this. Why are they considered terrible?
Oh, it's one of the things that the forced conscription I'm not a big fan of. So I may have skipped out on that a while
Forced
back.
constrict. Okay, so you're giving me pieces of information that's like these long rabbit trails, and I'm like, it's very curious, but I'm not understanding fully. Where is this forced constriction coming from?
Conscription. Yes.
Conscription, yeah.
No, it's okay. Yeah. Well, the Elven kingdoms up north, they like to maintain strong armies, and as a all elves, are by default that come out of said kingdoms, just required to spend a certain amount of time in said armies. And I, I started to do it. I did it for a while. It they engage in a lot of activities that I wasn't too fond of, so I decided to skip out for greener pastures and leave that life behind me.
I need to ask this: are you currently wanted as a deserter?
I mean, I don't know. I haven't talked to any of them in a long time. I would assume maybe.
In that case, we most likely need to avoid your locations, because I'm presuming by the information you're given, you're probably a wanted individual and probably would be requested to be tossed in jail once you're found. So
it's possible. Yeah, I haven't run into too much trouble down in these parts. The elves trade, but they have their own business to attend to, so they don't really spend too much time. At least, not that I've seen. Perhaps I just haven't seen it. But
you should also let the group know for awareness, just in case, so therefore they could be prepared if we ever, even if they perhaps happen to travel up north or come across individuals from the northern facility, they can know to keep at least your name, and well, you can have a mask, so presumably they will know.
Oh, this isn't my real name. That's what helps. That's part of what keeps me safe. If people don't speak my real name, then it's much less likely that one of unfortunate parties may hear it and go, oh, who's that? I remember that name. I'm looking for that. I've heard that name before.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it's been so long since I even used my name. I have trouble. I forget it sometimes.
Not a problem. Well, thanks for letting me know about this, and I would definitely keep this in mind as we move forward in case if someone does seem to be looking for you, I could give you a warning or a heads up.
Oh, thank you. I'm not sure why I even shared. I think perhaps these mushrooms are having a lingering effect on me. I feel a little bit more open and free.
That's a good thing. I'm sorry to realize that myself. Well, get a rest. I'll go ahead and talk to Dio, because that's another person I need to talk to.
All right, wake me when it's time to watch for trouble.
All right. And Asper's going to head over to Dio, but if there was going to be a conversation about Layla and Reagan, that's fine too.
Layla and Reagan, do you have anything you want to say
game
to
art?
each other?
Layla's kind of got her head on top of his, and she's kind of like patting him a little bit. Like, it's okay. I know. I'm glad you weren't hurt and dead. I'm sorry I got us into this trouble.
It happens. I'm just glad everyone's safe.
Are you sure you don't want me to, like, give you a little helping hand? Do you want some food?
I've got it. We paladins of who have to have a strong constitution.
I'm deeply, however, concerned.
I promise, Layla, I'm okay. I'm just gonna need a few minutes or an hour.
Do you want me to get you some food or some water? Do you want? Well, no, I don't dare sing. This. I don't want that worm to come back.
That would be the best move.
Do you want me to get you some food, though? I think they're cooking over there.
Water would be good.
I got it. I'll go get you some water.
I don't know how my stomach would handle food right now.
Okay, I'll get you some water. Scooters to go get some water that comes back.
Man was impaled and almost poisoned.
Gonna fall right out.
just like getting some water, coming back, letting him drink it. More patting.
Thank you. Oh,
Do you want to lay down?
yes, just for a minute.
Just gently lay you down. Okay, here we go.
Don't let me sleep. People might need me. There might be
I
an attack.
will not let you sleep.
Okay. You could tell Reagan is probably just like a bit drowsy, you know, when the body's trying to get into recovery mode, but he's fighting it.
If he falls asleep, she's totally letting him sleep.
Cruelty.
She's like, he's fine. It's fine. He needs a nap.
Yeah, I don't think at this time concussions was discovered yet. So
Yeah, Reagan will slowly start drifting off for a nap then. He'll slowly start napping.
Gently tucking
Okay.
him in.
Poor guy.
I'm just saying, man. Hard times.
yep, Reagan been getting injured after injured after injured. Yeah, it makes sense.
I mean, right now I am glad it's him now. I'm glad it's him.
Right.
All right.
And with that, Aspen, you re-enter the tent to find Dio, and just as you enter, Dio's eyes open, and you see the staff for just a moment animates, and this puff of this white smoke that smells acrid. It burns kind of the insides of your nose as you smell it. And you're gonna find out what happens next after our break.
Wait.
Dun, dun, dun.
Nah, dog.
So
Not like that.
we will be back in about 15 minutes. Go ahead and take a break, take care of water or anything else you may need, then come back to join us to see where our story continues.
All I know is I better get 2 flaming hot Cheetos tonight, bro. You doing too much right now.
It doesn't really work.
I
like
get
that.
time and a half in Cheetos.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back.
Oh.
And now we're just going to dive right back into this to see what exactly our lovely people have just discovered. So, Dio, as you are attempting to bond with your new magical item, you gain an intrinsic understanding of what the item does, and it should be available for on your character profile at the moment. The black dragon staff should be there now. Let me know if it isn't. But as you are waiting, it should be below. I want to say below your character sheet, I think. But let me see. It might be under something called the Tome of Magic.
I see.
Let me. As you are attempting to connect your mind to this item, nothing seems to happen. It seems to go by without issue. You've attuned to the black dragon staff.
All right.
How are you? Oh, sorry, wrong character. How are you feeling?
Maru with Pierce.
Yeah, yeah. I like to hype it. How are you feeling? Do you notice anything? Does anything feel suspicious or off-putting? Besides the acid breath coming out of the top.
Yeah, that I should probably light like a candle or something in here. Oh,
Mm.
wow.
I think I'd rather take the mushrooms, to be honest.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. No, it feels all right. Nothing weird so far, but she kind of looks at it like right in the eyes. Yeah, nothing weird so far. It's just really creepy and sticky.
Mm. So what have you been able to glean from your curiosity regarding the staff? Anything particular?
Not yet. I think it's going to be kind of a see as we go type deal.
I see.
I know not the best answer, and definitely not the most comforting answer at all, but I think it's what the best we're going to get, probably.
I trust you. If things starts to get a little out of hand, we could be able to take care of it as necessary. And he kind of like leans against the tent and says, so about this fear, Are you the only one within your family that has this?
Yeah, it's like a weird thing. I think it's partially why they like sent me down into the caves to do some like exploring and get mapping. Again, exposure therapy thing. And just if we send her into the dark, maybe she'll get used to it. But yeah, I grew up in it, just never really not my thing. Lots of scary things in the dark.
That's true. Well, it's just interesting that what people are assumed to be natural to others is a fear to you. Has your family ever made you feel different for being this way?
Oh, I got made fun of a lot as a kid for sure.
I kind of assumed that was the case. And is this working? This exposure therapy, they called it.
No.
I see.
I'm trying my best and head up, right? Chin up, and hopefully no more giant purple worms. Yay.
Yeah, that was an interesting experience to say the least.
Yeah. Yeah, my figure's a little worse when I also have a responsibility on top of it. So I definitely can't wait to get this caravan back to where we're going, because I know that if we don't, Layla is going to be very angry that they cannot buy. I think it was a giant piano that they said. Yeah, giant piano.
Wait, you're telling me she's going to use her 10,000 gold from this event for a giant piano? How is this piano expecting to take the size of an entire room in our keep? Like, I don't understand.
They said something like that. I think you should talk to them about it because they were like describing something like really cool, and I can't remember quite all of the details. I wasn't writing it down. My eyes kind of went like heart eyes, and it just sounded so awesome.
But for a piano, okay. Smirk, and he smirks to the side, just like, this is a very interesting piece of information. Learn something new. And he looks up towards DL and says, well, if you ever need to talk or need to, expand any type of issues, especially down here, since you're relatively reserved to the Underdark, you always know that I'm here. I have you covered. So I have your back.
Thank you. Yeah, just keep checking in. Because yeah, we still don't have any idea what this thing does.
Yeah, and then again, even in regards to the Underdark itself, if there's something that bothers you, just ear away.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, if there's anything that you need to talk about, considering we still haven't found your sister, let me know, and I'll do what I can. I don't know how else to help other than what we're doing right now. But if you think of something, definitely let me know.
I will. It seems like we're on the right track, so that's always a good sign. So at least there's hope. And then he heads out the tent and he just looks for Layla, who I'm presuming is next to Reagan as Reagan's falling asleep.
Let's get the shh.
And they're going to use the message spell and be like, so about this piano, 10,000 gold for a piano?
It's a giant pipe organ. You're going to be able to hear it all over the keep.
Wait, what? Wait, the entire keep? What kind of surround sound is this?
Not sure. I just figure it'll be nice and shiny. I've never played piano, but I'm going to learn.
You know what? If this was Vampire the Masquerade, this would be a willpower roll for Aspen right now. He just like, we're gonna have to deal with someone learning piano throughout the entire keep. Oh my god! He's just like, are you sure piano of that size is necessary to spread the entire keep. Like, what if people are trying to sleep? Like, is there a way we could make some of the areas like
I was thinking like
soundproof?
set piano hours, like nothing before 10 a.m. and nothing after like 3 in the afternoon.
Okay.
Something so that when people are sleeping, no piano unless it's absolutely like an emergency. That's how we wake up the keep.
So you're going to have an emergency alarm system coming from this piano. Do you have an idea what it's going to sound like?
No, I'll get back to you on that.
Well, something tells me this is going to be very interesting. Just a forewarning.
Mm-hmm. Do you not like piano music? Should I get a harp instead?
Actually, a harp sounds beautiful. My only reservation is, as you will be aware, our keep will continue to grow. We may have a large group of individuals staying with us as we build out our foundation in the Isles. And my only concern is some individuals may not be pleasant to you learning piano and entering their bedroom per se. They might have some relatively harsh words.
You know, if they have harsh words, then we can completely discuss it at that time.
All right. Just my heads up. It's going to cost 10,000 gold for that. They really charge that much for our
I have no idea how much it costs.
Oh, okay.
I haven't been to like a music dealer. I usually just play my lute. It's much more convenient.
You know, I'm very curious to see how this is going to take place.
It's going to be an absolute disaster, but I'm excited for it.
Those two words normally do not go together, so this is very interesting. However, I do recall, before I get back to resting, I do recall you mentioning you were making a theme song for Reagan and Dewdrop. For the nameless ones, right?
Well, he's asleep and I don't want to play it right now.
Okay. Well, in the future, I'm kind of curious to hear what this
when
working
we're underground, where there's like a worm back there.
Worm firm is perfectly fine. Only reason why I did not attempt to address it up front is because we had this caravan behind us, but that worm was going to learn if it decided to continue to pursue us.
Oh, I really think it would not have learned. I think we would have learned.
You're gonna learn that worm.
It could be both. We will see. Yeah, whether you have you'll probably grasp is us dragonkin. We like to rise to any challenges that are out there. Normally, anyway. Because how else are we going to reach our full degree of being a dragon without performing those deeds? So
maybe not with the giant worm that like stuck something right through Regan.
Well, I mean, we have, so, you know, it just so happened that Reagan seemed to have caught that tail attack per se, but we would have got him. All of us combined, the purple worms days would have been done, but we had other priorities in place. But I do believe with all of us combined together, we could have eliminated the foe, but nevertheless, it would have been fun.
Maybe we come back in like 3 years to try and deal with that worm. I feel like that's a good amount of time.
Oh, I'm planning to come back within the next couple of months. To be honest, this place is very fascinating.
Oh, I'm gonna have to learn to be comfortable being underground. I don't like this.
I mean, didn't that pyramid excite you? That pyramid was floating upside down.
Yes, and there's probably crawling with skeletons. Upside down.
That's the first thing your mind went to when you saw that pyramid was an upside down skeleton? Like, what are they walking on their head? Like, what,
they could be. I don't know.
They're doing head spins? I don't understand how this works. Okay, I don't think they have b-boy skeletons in this pyramid. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how about we make a bet on it?
Tis a thriller. One must
Yes.
build a knight.
I'm willing to place this bet. I am definitely willing to place this bet. And there's a genuine smirk because they're just like, oh, I know this is free money right here. So, so they're literally going to crawl down on their knees like Spider-Man pose and says, 45 gold. They're not over here dancing on their head, upside down skeletons on their head when we enter this place.
Okay, here's the deal. 45 gold. If you are right, I get to pet the Drake whenever I want.
If you
right.
win, if you're right, you get to pet the Drake whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I am not his owner per se. I still have to ask. But if he says yes, it's a deal.
Okay, good.
And he holds out his hand for a handshake. Oh, this is going to be good.
It's going to be very good. Very fun.
Yep. And so with that, he stands up and leads away. And gets out to rest for a bit.
All right. As you all are settling down, who is taking a first watch?
I would. Just because, yeah, I have pretty good vision. I'm presuming Axel is probably taking the last one since he only has to do 4 hours worth, right?
Yeah, I can take whichever one you want to put me on. So I only need the 4 hours, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, so I'll be taking the first one. So yeah, I guess that just leads to the second one. Who likes to take the second one? Okay.
Okay. As you settle in, give me a perception roll.
All right. Okay. Not the best, but it's not horrible. 9 plus 9. 18.
Okay. You wait. You see the rest of the camp begin to kind of quiet down. They begin to throw water on the fires to put them out. And they all begin to settle in. In the cave never truly goes quiet. There's still the sounds of creatures scurrying out in the distance, sounds that are being distorted and carried along by the rocks. 4 hours later, nothing happens.
Perfect. All right. In that case, they're going to slowly wake up Layla. Just not like a shove or anything. They'll use mage hands to just gently tap.
There's just a pillow that flies in a random direction.
Missed.
Oh, I'll get better at it. It's fine. Right, watch.
Yep, your turn.
Okay.
You got this.
I got this.
Mm-hmm.
She'll go take her watch.
All right, roll me a perception check, please. I need a perception check.
It is a 17.
Okay. You wait. Watch. About 4 hours, nothing seems to happen.
Who is taking the next watch?
Oh, Axel.
She's gonna go over and just gently poke Axel.
Oh.
Your turn for watch.
All right. Get some sleep.
I will try.
How is Axel feeling tonight?
Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Just getting up, stretching out.
Roll me a D100, please.
Oh yeah, that's the good stuff right there. Nothing that bad ever happens to D100s. 97.
You wait around and you do hear the sounds of creatures in the distance, and you wait to see if anything approaches you. But the rest of the morning goes by quietly and nothing seems to happen.
Okay.
And in the early morning, as you all are waking up, the rest of them are putting up the campsite, and you see that Bromthron is going over the what looks like a large map with the person you guess is in charge of the small security group that has been put together. Deal's spell does end, and I believe you all would wake up with enough time to get out of it before being forced out onto the ground. But I leave things to you all.
Oh, you know, Reagan startled awake.
Mm-hmm. As always.
Ah,
What? Layla, you weren't supposed to let me go to sleep.
I didn't let you go to sleep. You fell asleep naturally.
that was a personal choice.
Yeah, it was a personal choice. I didn't tell you to do anything.
Reagan frowns, but you can tell he's just like, oh, well, I've been bested.
This is why Layla is dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
Usage of the term. He looks over to Dio and says, any word regarding the staff? Everything feels good.
Has anything strange happened throughout the night?
No, nothing strange. You are aware of what the document you have says. That's about it.
I've been doing a little research. I did just kind of like messing around with it.
Mhm.
I think the weird smell could be maybe some kind of like poison or acid damage. I think acid. It smells really strange. Maybe, I don't know. I think next time we get into a sticky situation would probably be the time to test that out, because like I like my tent, so I didn't want to test it in there. Otherwise, if it is like a destruction thing, then I don't have a tent anymore.
Yeah, we definitely do not wish for that to happen. But that's definitely a trial by fire based scenario where you wish to test it out in the midst of if you run into an issue. It's an interesting
Trial
approach.
by acid, yes.
Trial by acid. All right. Well, hopefully things does not go wrong when the next thing we approach. Who knows? We may run into another purple worm. We'll see. You'll
really
be
hope
fine.
not.
You'll be fine. And Aspen smirks as he makes his way over to his to the horse. Wants to get Legolas leaps on top, grabbing it on one arm, flipping on top, and then drives off.
All right. What pace are you all moving?
Oh, normal pace, medium pace this time.
As you all begin to travel, about 20 or so minutes, and you all hear Bromthron's voice come across your speaking orbs. I believe we should be arriving at our destination soon.
Perfect.
So wait, he knew the way to the destination the whole time, but not the safest way.
You believe so? But yeah, when he was explaining the thing, he knows generally where it is.
Generally, okay.
You would have been told that during the meeting when you were first given the job.
I'm looking mad sus right now. I'm just saying, like, you out here pulling out an eyeglass. Like, I think this is what it is.
All do not
All
answer
right.
many questions. But as you all are continuing, do you change anything, or do you focus on moving as quickly as you can?
Well, not as quickly, but just like our normal speed. That's what we've always done, I think. Because if we did it too quickly, we wouldn't be able to see things around. So we're trying to maintain like a medium pace so we can still keep our perspective.
Yeah, Reagan's still on second card, doing his best to keep watch.
As you all are traveling, you come across a split in the road. The path in front of you continues directly in front of you, and then there's one that kind of arcs upward. Which path do you wish to take?
That's a question for Bromthron. He will speak. Aspen will speak into the communicators that says, "Well, you seem to know where we're supposed to head to. Which route are we supposed to take?"
I think they both lead to the correct area.
Bromthron, I swear, boy.
All right. Well, I was born left-handed, so left is good for me.
Okay. Left is the straight path.
Okay.
As you all are continuing forward, I need everyone to make me perception checks.
Here we go.
17. Just rolling lots of 17s today.
It's a
11.
12.
Ooh.
17
That's,
less than my
well,
passing.
your modifier. That's not good.
Let's go, babe. Let's go.
What make out natural 20?
Yep.
I told you, May is queen of roll 20. I swear. Like, so this is what you mean, but like Reagan jumping in on the grenades all the time, and so making all the good luck.
Gonna jinx it.
Nah, you'll be fine. I'm the natural one, King. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
That is a 25 for me.
Okay, very nice. So, all of you recognize the sounds. Oh, Layla, what did you get?
It's only a 12.
Yeah,
That's a bad roll.
That's a bad roll with her modifier.
As you all are making your way, the path begins to kind of shift towards the left, and you begin to hear the sounds of battle going on somewhere on the opposite side of the wall that you are passing. For Dio and Aspen, you recognize the weapons being used do not appear to be normal to you. They sound very... It's hard to explain what the sounds you're hearing are. They do not sound like metal or fist clashing. It sounds almost like a resonating echo of sound. It seems to kind of give you a bit of a headache. And then you hear the sounds of air being pulled out of a space before fire erupts. And then you wait a moment where things go silent. And then you hear it again.
Ooh.
And you hear it again.
But he hears fire, the sound of fire. Aspen says, "There's definitely battle ahead. I'm going to check this out. I hear fire."
I'll keep guard over the caravans, friend.
Yeah, Aspen is going to leave the caravan behind, but he's going to pretty much Naruto run on his way, over to the location.
Are you trying to move quickly or quietly?
Quickly. There's no stealth regarding this.
Just roll me a base stealth check.
Base stealth? Okay. 15 plus 8. 23.
23, jeez. That made you do the disadvantage. All right. As you are moving forward,
Sorry, go ahead.
you move forward maybe another 40 or so minutes, and as you kind of leave this path that you were following, you find yourself in what looks to be like the destroyed remains of some sort of, maybe not quite an inn, maybe a stables perhaps. And as you look around, you see that the room itself hasn't been used in a long time. But as you kind of turn, you see what looks to be like a tower of blue and golden flames erupt in the distance from you, about maybe another 100, 120 feet away. It's hard to see, since it seems to be not quite on the level as you, like maybe up one level, maybe 1.5 floors above you.
Okay. In that case, yeah, Aspen is pretty much just going to head over to that direction with blue and golden flames. He just like, we'll see. And they're going to first run and then expand their wings and then just take flight up to where that location is.
Cool. Well, flying, as you know, is not very stealthy.
Oh, no.
Especially not underground.
No. They're not concerned about stuff.
It's very nice. So as you are, as you find an area where you can take to the air, you find yourself in the middle of what was clearly once a very large city. It is clearly fallen into disrepair, and you can make out that there is some sort of divide, almost as if it's been separated into 5 sections. But as you look around, you see this pillar of fire that is a mixture of both blue and gold swirl around each other before erupting straight up, almost hitting the top of this cavern. And as you see the flames appear, this almost strange looking creature made of long purple tentacles begins to kind of reach forward before being repelled back. And as you're watching, you see this happen and you realize that whatever this fire is coming from, it seems to be making a retreating motion in battle. It is very much losing ground to whatever creature is pursuing it. Roll me a history check with advantage.
Okay. Oh, thank God for that. Man, this first roll was a 7. Okay, much better. 15.
15. You've seen this before, but it's very rare. And you aren't quite sure what it is, but you think it's your sister.
Oh, well, immediately once they see that they're wait, do I have communicators still?
You would probably be approaching the end of its range if you kept it.
So they're going to speak into the communicator and say, I think I see my sister. They're appearing to be attacking. I'm presuming I would know what this creature is, right? Due to my experience with the Underdark.
Roll check with advantage.
All right.
Because you have that one, because you're a ranger. And this is like the one thing that rangers get to be good at. So.
Oh yeah, that's a synthetic 20.
You realize it is a mind flayer based creature. You haven't seen this particular one before. It looks more like an amalgamation of things, but you definitely realize it is amongst the mind flayers.
So yeah, they'll speak into the communication device. It looks like she's fighting a mind flayer of some ill repute. I'm not really sure what it's made of, but I'm approaching now.
Why do you listen to me, dog?
What happened?
Does she look like she needs help?
Yes, he looks like he appears to be retreating from the way the flames are being set out. So I'm diving in right now. Yes.
Dio will head out too and start heading that way.
Reagan will stop Dio for a second, actually. Is anyone else going? Or just Dio? Like Reagan's asking over intercom, so if anybody else is going to help Aspen.
Hold on, I'm coming.
All right. Reagan is blessing at the 3rd level.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All help is good help.
Yep. So everybody got it. That's in plain sight of Reagan. So himself, Axel, Layla, Dio. Bless.
So, are you waiting for your friends to join you, Aspen?
Oh no, and not with him. Not especially not with the flames coming out as she appears to be retreating. He's diving right in.
Okay, you are going to rush forward. So what
Wait,
are you going? Yes, are the two of you going to your sister first? Or are you going to attempt to attack the thing that is attacking your sister?
I'm going to summon a beast. They have used a level 2 spell, so therefore I can have a flying beast next to us, and we're going to our sister first.
Okay. As you move forward, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw to avoid being hit.
Okay. Oh, that's nice. 15 plus. 15 plus 8. 23.
All right, you a big one for Umbra as well. They're also flying forward because you summoned them going forward. So,
But doing not as good. That is 15.
I want you to know, it's your fault.
just say the damage should be It'll be about 25 points of damage as you all are getting close. And as you arrive, you get there just as another column of flames erupt. And this time, you're able to see that your sister, who seems to have been seen, who has clearly seen better days, has what looks to be like a long battle axe in one hand and what looks to be like some sort of gauntlet attached to her left. And as she goes to breathe out these blue fires, these two guardian spirits around her matches her flames with golden flames, and together they form a vortex, almost incinerating both you and Umbra as this other creature reaches forward with long tentacles. And the two meet for just a moment, and you can feel the burning radiance from the attack. But you are able to avoid it.
So just to clarify, the dexterity check was not from the elephant. It was actually from my. Okay, good to know. Good to know. So I will definitely go ahead and make her feel bad about this when we enter the scene. But yeah, so we essentially fly next to her and we're like, Eileen, watch your flames. and he'll come right next to her.
As you approach, you see her go to raise the axe again, and then she kind of stops for a minute and she goes, "Who are you?"
Really? You don't recognize my voice? It's me, Aspen. What are you dealing with?
This place plays a lot of tricks, and as she says that, you see one of these long, sinewy tentacles wrap around the left guardian spirit and shatter it into pieces.
Well, this is not a trick.
Whatever, we have to go.
Oh, I have friends coming along the way. We can eliminate this creature.
No, we can't. There are more of them in the city. We should really... And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh wait, is she blowing a what?
No, this is a tentacle.
Oh, the tentacle. Okay, gotcha.
The tentacle.
Oh, sorry. Inside the box. Okay, there we go.
Stopping to talk in the middle of a battle is generally frowned upon.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. That's 21.
Everybody stop! We're gonna talk about this.
This tentacle lunges forward and attempts to wrap around your torso. But you see, based on your sister's reactions, you're able to kind of turn and bring your double-bladed scimitar down across the center of it, and you split it in two, and you can hear what sounds like a scream of pain in your mind as the creature pulls back. And with that is when we're going to switch back to see what Ari and Dio are up to. So... Layla and Dio, as you two reach, you find yourself standing in what looks to be like a destroyed stables of some sort. You can hear off in the distance, there is clearly some sort of battle going on as you see blue and golden flames erupt every few minutes. A few moments.
Ooh, this place has seen better days, huh?
It really has. I wonder what this is about. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
We should probably hurry up and get up there. I could do a thing to make us a little faster if you want.
Yes, please.
Okay, and Dio will hit them both with Quicken.
Okay, sounds good to me. Let me just double check how much of a speed boost Quicken gives you. I don't have all of this memorized.
Going around at the speed of sound.
Alright, sure. Alright, so as you, let's see. You can do it on one person. But it is a concentration. And it's a cantrip. Yes, you can do it on one person.
She will do it on Layla, since she figures Layla's probably a little closer combat of a person than Dio is. So she's going to get her and pass.
All right. So for you, Layla, for your notes, the next time you make a initiative roll or dexterity saving throw, you can add a d4 to it. It only works one time.
Oh, okay.
All right. So are you all prioritizing speed or stealth?
Probably speed, at least for Dio. I know that because she's trying to get up there pretty quick. She promised Aspen she'd help if we found his sister. So.
All right.
Axel's
So I
going to be
believe
prioritizing
it.
stealth.
Okay. So did everybody leave except for Reagan? Is that what's happened here?
Here we go again.
Just like to know for sure.
Yeah,
Perfectly
Reagan is
fine to do
definitely
so.
still with the caravan.
It's like,
All
God
right.
damn it.
All right. Well, you give me a stealth check, Axel. What about you, Layla? Are you speed or stealth?
She's doing the speedy McSpeed.
All right,
She is speedily speeding.
So the two of you separate from Axel
25.
pretty quickly. Oh, very nice. And as you all are attempting to make your way through the ruins of this city, you do find several, not quite pathways, as these seem to have been created or kind of broken into the street as you've been moving. But as you start to pass through it, make me an intelligence saving throw. As you see a creature with tentacles kind of draping down its face turns towards you and raises its hand in your direction.
Add them D4s.
Add them D4s.
Make an intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving throw.
You don't have to hold your chest like that, fam.
No, I do. Oh,
Uh-oh.
I didn't need the D4. It was a natural 20.
I like big D4s and I cannot lie.
What did you get, Dio?
Add that D4.
That's an investigation roll.
He's very small on my screen. It's hard to read.
I can see you now super close.
Would you like me to roll it for you?
Yes, so I don't have to
Be
squint.
easier.
Por favor.
Sure.
Thank you.
Add her D4.
I don't think you have advantage on this roll for any reason. I don't think.
No.
No. So you rolled a 15.
But he would get a D4 for being
But you were,
D4.
yeah, because I
Blessed.
believe you were blessed,
Mhm.
which is very useful in this particular situation.
You know it.
Ooh,
There you
nice. Yeah.
You both feel something. It's almost as if someone has taken a rod and is just shooken it inside of your head. You feel that vibration beginning to echo and reverberate around your skull, and it hurts, but you're able to shake it off. And do you keep running? All right, you begin to run forward and you're getting closer. At this point, you're maybe 40-45 feet away from wherever you see this kind of the last wall of fire emerge. Now I need for you all to make a dexterity saving throw.
Add them D4s. Except for Aspen.
I warned her that the friends was coming. Is this for the flames or something else?
Nope. It's not flames.
Oh, okay. I was like, come on, I told Eileen, like, hey, I got the friends on the way.
It's a 13.
Ooh.
You added your D4?
I added the D4. The roll was a
No.
9.
I like how you say that like you was hissing like a cat.
You know,
Like
I have a +6 to my dexterity saving throw.
Oh, that's not good. Uh-oh. May,
Oh, man.
May, what? Oh, no.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Oh, no.
Oopsies. Reed, don't be laughing like that. What's that smile for? That smile looks too evil.
Unfortunately for all of you, the creature rolled a natural 1 on its attacks.
Oh,
So you are barely able to avoid. It actually has a +13 to hit. So you just barely avoid being hit. As the tentacles begin to wrap around, it begins to form a long ring around you. But as it goes to trap you, the area you're standing in seems to have been made out of either a stronger stone or some sort of metal. As it attempts to crush into you, the rocks are preventing it from trapping you, and you manage to move forward. And you are able to reach where Aspen and a woman who you do not recognize is standing. She seems to be just a bit shorter than Aspen, and she has what looks to be like a tarnished golden axe in one hand, and some sort of gauntlet attached to the right, to the left. And then you see standing behind her to your right, her left, is a golden figure in very, very ornate looking dragon scale armor. Now, Axel, you have decided to move slower through this area. So as you are moving, you see your companions be attacked by this figure, and as they continue to move forward, you duck down and you wait. Roll me another stealth check at disadvantage.
I mean, can I? Does it seem like they're not engaging with the figure that's trying to attack them?
Yes, they ran away.
Oh
So
no! Oh
they
no!
Who ran away?
Dio and Layla, they fled.
Yeah, they aren't together as a unit of 3.
No.
That's
Yeah, we're going back to see what happened to what Axel was doing while Layla and Dio was being
actually got a
attacked.
14. If he's rolling at
14.
disadvantage.
Let me see. You attempt to hide and you move closer trying to go around them. But as you do so, what's your AC?
Uh-oh.
16. So not high.
Oh, that's a dirty 20. As you attempt to move forward, you feel something wrap around your left arm and begin to pull you back. And as you turn, you see what looks to be like this creature with these long tentacles kind of coming down its face, one of which is wrapped around your arm as an attempting to pull you towards it.
Do I see it?
What?
I don't see it, right?
No.
Yeah, I think so.
No, you've left your friends behind.
You can leave your friends behind.
You have split the party.
Split the party.
Split the party.
Well, if that's been the case, Axel's it's gonna be a reflex. It's gonna be a reaction, and he's going to he's gonna point a hand crossbow at it and take a shot. As he's trying to, I don't know if he can try to contest the grapple or whatever at the same time.
Those would be two different actions. You can either attack it or try and break free. Yep.
Yeah.
Unless you have some sort of class feature that changes that.
No. The only class feature I have is the one that lets me try to move further away if I'm within too close of them. But if I'm grappled and being dragged, I feel like that is going to kind of counter that.
That's not going to help you.
Right
So
away.
you can make either an acrobatics or athletics check to see if you're going to break free.
Let's try acrobatics and not do it at disadvantage because that would be bad.
I mean, you can do it at disadvantage if you like. If it makes you feel
There
better.
you go. That ain't bad.
If you feel the creature pulling you closer and you're just able to kind of rip your arm free, do you take off? Do you try to run away? Or do you stand and fight?
I think at this point I would probably try to catch up with the two companions I saw who were fleeing, because getting caught out. Axel might be good at shooting stuff, but he is not the tankiest person, and he knows that. And he's not trying to get into a bare knuckle brawl with an octopus.
That's fair. So this is just going to be a straight sprint across the distance. So
It's got too many hands to start catching them.
Roll me an acrobatics check to see if you can avoid being hit by this creature.
Another 18.
That face tells me that was a natural one, but that was. I was expecting my boy said nice. Give me a natural one. My
There's
God,
also a natural one. The creature at this point more in frustration, lashes out towards you, and it attempts to wrap around you, but you are able to kind of almost a home run slide go underneath it, and the creature instead grabs what was some sort of statue to someone in the past and yanks it towards itself, and you see as it does, the statue comes loose, and the amount of force used just brings the statue smashing into the creature, which now you can see as it kind of yells in pain. You all can feel it kind of reverberating in your skull, and it looks to be some sort of serpentine creature with a trifold mouth. And now all of you are together. What are you doing?
So Aspen looks towards Eileen and says, "We have a caravan. If you think we should go, we can run. We could go. But if you think we should stay, we could stay."
There's too many of them. Here now, we need to go for now.
All right. Well, this way then. Thank you all for coming by. It looks like we're about to try to escape this madness.
Oh, good,
This-
because I really don't know what that was, but it made my head ring. I don't like it.
Yeah, we don't want that to
That
happen.
is an understatement, but sure. All right. You all are going to attempt to escape, which means we are doing a chasing.
How much
With
time
you
has
guys.
passed, Ree?
For you, it's been about, we'll say about 40, no, actually no, not 40 minutes, like 4 minutes really, since
Wes
they
is
left
gone.
you. Yeah.
Sorry,
Is
y'all.
Reagan still, actually Reagan, answer this for me. Did you tell the caravan to stop moving?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the moment Aspen left and explained the situation, Reagan was just like, hold up.
Then make me a stealth check to see if you all can go unnoticed. And
Oh,
I'll give you
Lord.
advantage because we'll say the people in the caravan are helping you. Them try not to be noticed. So I'll
Thank
treat
you.
that as another entity. So you can know with advantage.
18.
Okay. You all are able to kind of pull the carts off out of this curve and into an area that is a bit more secure. And you wait. While Reagan is attempting to stay unnoticed. The rest of you we're going to have a bit of a chase scene. So there are 5 of you, and you all are being hunted by things that can sense you. So make stealth checks with disadvantage.
Ew. Disadvantage? Okay.
Me too.
I mean, unless you're not trying to leave.
Oh, poor May.
If you're staying.
I am
Oh,
definitely
poor-
leaving.
Oh!
Still a
Oh,
16.
Natural one.
This is so sad.
It's funny that with a natural one, it's still an 11.
Abundant.
All right. So my lowest roll was 8.
You all have been abandoned.
8 plus 8. 16.
So actually, let me roll for her.
Oh, we were both 16.
All right, so all of you apparently suck at being stealthy.
Oh.
So
Well, you gave us
2 of you-
disadvantage. What do you
Layla-
expect? I would have held a synthetic 20 with that.
So Layla and Aspen, you think you're able to avoid detection, but you see this large creature lash forward, and Dio, make me what is your AC? This is technically an attack, so what is your AC?
13.
That's not good. Being a wizard sucks sometimes. That's a 19 to hit.
I would like to do Silvery Barb. So when that attack goes by, he's just going to roar at the creature. So he has to roll again and take the lesser roll.
Just 17.
Dang it!
It's a really high to hit. It doesn't
Yeah.
So
But
let's
I
see,
do
three-
I do get to choose for advantage for something. Who's gonna be struggling the most? Probably our wizard. I'll give Dio advantage. You pretty good get advantage for either attack roll, saving roll, and something else. I think it is.
Do you resist psychic damage?
Probably.
think
It's very
so.
unlikely.
Don't think you do. So you take 29 points of damage. As you will see
Ooh.
this creature, 29 points of damage. As you see this creature, you see its trifold mouth open and a long barbed tentacle lashes out from it, wrapping around Dio's arm as she attempts to move forward and begins to pull her back. And it's 19 points of it was it piercing? Bludgeoning and 10 psychic damage.
Ooh, Dio just yells. She goes, ow, 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 help, 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 help.
Okay.
And you are held. You're grappled.
Let's see. In that case, I will have my summon beast creature attempt to attack the creature that's trying to attack Dio to get them to release the whatchamacallit. Okay. Oh, nice. 18 plus. That should definitely hit. You know what? I'm not even gonna do the math on that one. Let's see. And then they attack for. And I'm gonna have my Drake use their reaction to give him an extra D6 of cold damage. There we go. Whoop. All right, so 10 plus 4, 16 points of damage from the beast.
The beast, you see this creature kind of lets out what sounds like to you a scream of fury and irritation, but you can only hear it in your minds. And it attempts to kind of slash out with the other tentacles towards the creature, but it doesn't seem to be in any immediate danger, more irritated. Layla and Axel, what do you want to do?
How far away are we?
Now since you were running, we'll say you're about 10 feet from Dio.
I meant from the creature.
Together, 25 feet from the creature then?
Okay.
Is Dio down?
I'm not dead, but they're being pulled back into the mouth of a giant
That's not what I meant to do.
lizard thing.
Oh, really?
I mean,
They're gonna. She's not strong, but she's gonna
Yeah.
try and grab Dio.
Okay. Do you wish to try to break Dio free?
Yes.
if
Make
she's doing that,
me-
I want to shoot at it with my hand
Yes.
crossbows.
I'll give you advantage because you're attacking it.
What do you want me to roll?
Roll me as athletics check.
Advantage, thank God. Oh, bless a 19.
Ooh.
Oh, wow, that's actually enough.
That is with a +0 in athletics. It was a 19 on the die.
The littlest tiefling is able to
Nailed
with pure moxie and resolve is able to pull Dio free very slowly, just as Axel launches one crossbow bolt right by the mouth, and you see it kind of close itself up to protect it, allowing Dio to kind of rip herself free as you will attempt to run. And as you
This is why I hate the
running,
dark.
Don't
That's
worry,
why I hate Kane.
don't worry. You'll be able to tell your kids all of this once we get out of here.
and that is where we are going to end our adventure for this year.
Oh, you son of a biscuit!
Thank you all
Two
for
bags,
watching.
2 bags.
Thank you all for watching.
Two
We'll
bags
go
of
ahead
ziti.
and have every one of
Holiday
these wonderful
pay.
people
Holiday pay of Cheetos.
have all these wonderful people tell you where you can find them. We're going to start this time with May.
Well, all my technology's giving me crap. Including roll 20 on those last couple of rolls because I am melee damage. You can find me on all the socials at whatever they are /melee damage. And yeah.
All right, next up is Sir Monolith.
You can find me at Sir Monolith on Twitter. Not really a whole lot of other places at the moment. And you can also find me tomorrow night here. And Sundays on Blood in the Bayou over on the Bear Pen.
All right, next up, Kira.
Alright, so yeah, I'm Kira858. Of course, you can be able to find me. Well, no, much wider variety of different content. You can, of course, find us on twitch.tv/Kira858, as well as the Cookout TTRPGs, where we have, again, a wide variety of TTRPG content. You can find me over at Blood of the Bayou on the Bear Pins channel. And also, there's a new, I forgot, there's a new sci-fi project that's going to be announced this week that I'm going to be part of. It's based off of a semi-well-known TV show, but that's all I'm going to leave up for now. So just keep an eye out on all our information at Twitter at TheKira858 for that eventual reveal. That's me.
All right, next up, Ari.
Hi, I'm Ari. You can find me at Small Shadow Snack on Twitter for possum shenanigans. At this point, that's all I got.
All right, short, sweet. All right, Ursariga, your turn.
Y'all know who I is. I be Ursa Ringer. Y'all know where to find me: YouTube, Twitch, SoundCloud. When they act right, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Except the tally has now grown to 3 bags of flaming hot Cheetos. Take us home, Ree.
All right, and with that, you can find me all over the interwebs, but follow my Twitter at BigDudeRee to learn everything that I'm up to, because a new project should be being announced here in the next few weeks, actually. So hopefully tune in. It'll be a lot of fun. But with that, I thank you for watching, and hope you will join us tomorrow night for the continuation of the Price of Power, our V5 campaign, and then join us back here next week to see how these people get out of their current predicament.
We gonna die.
It's